Pull up a chair on your mama's front porch and hide your chains because Debo's coming. This week, we're taking a look at Friday, the animated series, on the Why Is This a Cartoon Cast? What's up, guys? Welcome to the Why Is This a Cartoon Cast. It's the only show on the internet where we take a look at animated adaptations and ask the essential question, why is this a cartoon? I'm your host, Joey. Joining me is Chris.
Hola.
And Tim.
Sup?
And like I said, guys, we're taking a look at Friday, the animated series, the mid-90s MTV
Animated show.
whatever it is.
Yeah. Thing.
Nonsense.
Nonsense. It wasn't that bad. I mean,
It was all right. It was better than what I thought it was going to be going into.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
honestly,
I expected
I agree that
trash.
totally.
I was sitting there. I was thinking, I'm not going to be entertained by this at all.
Because this came out in 2007.
Yep, 2007, 8 episodes, 1 season.
And this was during MTV's like animation revival where they had like Spaceballs, the animated series.
Space Animated Series was FX.
Well, never mind then.
Or Spike TV. Sorry, Spike TV.
I don't remember that.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Well, we are
That
totally
was
getting to that.
Trash.
I know. I was so
What year-
disappointed.
What year was that?
It was around the same time.
Around the same
Get the
time,
hell
yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
MTV did bring back Beavis and Butthead that year, though.
Yeah.
That
And
was
then they
nice.
had that show with the surfers.
That was later. That was
And Clone High.
2000.
Clone High was like 1998.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't
No
really?
way.
Or 2000. It was not later than 2000. It was pre 9/11.
Yeah, that might be right.
Okay, I'll take it.
So who's got the Wikipedia information on Friday the Animated
I
Series?
just said pretty much everything that was involved in the Wikipedia on it. That's pretty much it. I mean, Ice Cube is one of the executive producers. Can't talk. Aside from that, 8 episodes. Phil Lamar, Carrie Payton, John DiMaggio was
Yeah,
the voice
Bender.
of Pops. Bender was the voice of Pops.
Which is crazy because like John Witherspoon, he was like
not doing
he
anything.
does like he was the voice of the grandpa on Boondocks around like the same time where that had just ended before this started.
No, I think it was just starting as this ended.
I mean, he's definitely available.
Yeah, that's for
That
damn
would have
sure.
been huge if they would have.
Oh my
him
god!
back.
Reprise your role as Pops animated.
But this is obviously based on the mid '90s hood comedy Friday,
Yeah.
starring Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. I love Friday.
Oh my god!
It's
I
one of my favorite comedies.
Really?
I
Really?
love Friday.
see. I'd rather watch like Don't Be a Menace.
Don't Be a Menace is hilarious too.
Let's face it. I mean, if we're gonna go with hood comedies, Don't Be a Menace, and then later on, well, I guess Ice Cube was in that too. I was gonna say something about Barbershop, but you know, Barbershop had more.
Barbershop had more heart.
It did. It had a lot of heart. I actually enjoyed them too. Like I thought they were pretty good movies.
I never saw any of these movies.
You never saw the Friday movies.
I
You've
saw
never-
Friday once on USA.
You didn't like it.
I think I did like it, but I only watched it once.
Friday's
the
really
line of
good.
the movie, of course, is "Your ass got knocked the fuck out." You know, it's still one of my favorites.
No way. When Craig's in the fucking fridge in the beginning, he's like, every time I come in the kitchen, you're in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator, eating all the food, all the chicken, all the pig feet, all the hog maws. I want some of them chicken. I like pig's feet. I love Friday. I love all 3 of those movies. I think they're
were
hilarious.
3?
Yeah.
I only
thought
knew
there
of the
was-
2.
The
thought
third
there
one's a
was more.
Christmas movie.
Oh my god! Oh, yeah, it's Friday, and the next Friday, and then the Friday after next is
Yeah.
the Christmas one, isn't it?
Yeah. We got jacked by Santa Claus. So funny. Yeah.
So that's pretty much all the Wikipedia information on it. That was like
8 episodes.
8 episodes, 1 season. MTV. The year was
2007, I think.
2007. Yeah,
yeah.
I believe so.
This
yeah,
was-
June 24th to July 8th. They canceled it pretty effing quick.
I remember this being advertised, but I never watched it when it was
I
actually
don't remember
airing.
that.
I don't remember any of
But
that.
I didn't have cable at that time anyway.
Yeah, I had cable, but don't go.
don't. Just don't. Just hold it in, Joe.
Shit. What's that fucking Twitter meme like weird brag, but okay.
I don't have cable.
Some shit. Huh?
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, so why don't we hop right into the episode then?
This was way better than yeah.
Yeah.
That's my very first note. I expect very little from this late 2000s MTV
Oh
cartoon.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I had low expectations, and they were
Very low.
There were some solid jokes. The show's
Yeah.
ugly as hell.
you know, it looked like Flash animation.
That's what I have. This is Newgrounds level animation.
Yeah. The intro was like a generic rap theme.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Totally forgettable.
then it goes straight into like the first actual scene with dialogue is this nerdy black guy as the cops are driving past, and he's like, "Oh, good morning, officers," and like, "Oh, good morning. What are you trying to say?" And they got out and they beat the crap out of him, and then I just knew what the tone of the entire episode was going to be.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of stereotype humor and all that. But
Yeah, I mean, but then they're
it is
talking
what
about
it is.
You know.
It's kind of weird too with like what's going on with today. You know, this show from 10 years ago.
yeah.
It's like that was my
It's-
first thing I thought.
I'm
of too, was
actually
like, wow.
uncomfortable even talking about
Yeah.
this, mainly because of things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Weird.
think it would fit in. I think it would fit in pretty well
It would be very
as it'd be more as a satire of the current state of things and like the over politicized.
I'm just scared people are
have-yous.
going to be offended because we even talked about this show. I don't know
Why?
why. I don't know, because everybody wants a sensation anymore. Everything's got to be sensational.
We said it was really good.
It was
I liked
awesome.
it.
Smokey
like it.
looks like a fucking iguana.
No way. You know what? Oddly enough, voice and actual character animation, pretty damn spot on for Chris Tucker.
I didn't like it.
You don't like it?
Just saying. I just spot on for Chris Tucker.
That was my biggest gripe. Smokey was terrible. And his mom also had the bug eyes, which I didn't understand.
That's his mom.
You know,
That's
I
where he
mean,
got the bug eyes from.
yeah. I mean, we're getting ahead
Go
of
buy me
ourselves.
some cigarettes. Hang on, $1. This ain't enough. Make it enough. Oh, there was no Ezel the crackhead in this cartoon.
No, there were.
There was no Dana.
No,
There was no Felicia.
no, there was Dana.
No, Dana was in.
Yeah, his
the show.
sister was in it.
Yeah.
She set her flickery light computer.
Oh
machine
yeah,
on fire.
yeah.
As she's eating a forkful of bacon.
Yeah, no, I got her confused with Craig's love interest in the movie.
Oh, what the hell is her name? See, the problem is every time we say Craig, there was another movie that had a main character named Craig, which was "Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood."
Is that the main character's name? In that
Yeah,
too?
because I'm gonna shit on these walls, Craig. I'm gonna.
That's from
that's
Scary Movie too.
Yeah, sorry, it's same Wayne's brother. To be fair.
No,
To be
shit
fair.
on these walls.
My bad. Crossing Wayne's brother movies here.
Debbie's the girl's name.
Is it?
Why don't you get with that girl, Debbie? She's cute. She got all her teeth. I'm trying, but Dana won't hook me up. I told you to hook yourself up. This whole episode's just gonna be me quoting Friday the movie.
So anyway, we go through like him describing his neighborhood, and like there's that fat white guy putting the car up on blocks, and he's like, "Nah, I gotta get rid of these chalk marks." And you see the freaking gang chalk marks on the ground. I'm like, and I remember, so I didn't know this was on MTV until today. So I'm watching. I'm like, what effing channel was this on? Like, was this just a web series or something? Like, what?
Looks
what's
like it was.
even
Yeah,
going
definitely
on?
does that.
What happens next in the episode?
Oh, Craig's sleeping.
Yep.
And then he's woken up by Pops, and this line he gives him is, I just love this line. TJ Friday, up you up.
Yeah,
Or something like-
TGIF you up.
TJF you up. I just
Yeah, he
love
wakes
that.
him
I
up
thought
with
that
bullhorn.
line was so great.
And Craig ain't got no job from this conversation. Really, apparently doesn't want one either.
This is the same conversation where Craig's dad drops the line, "I'm as serious as R. Kelly with a Girl Scout."
Yeah.
Yep.
So right here I have quote of the episode.
That's my line of the episode.
You ever hear someone say, "Thank God it's Saturday"? Because the end of the week is Friday. Now get your behind out of the bed before I TGIF you up. And then right after it's like, actually, let's make the line, "I'm as serious as R. Kelly with a Girl Scout." Like, so topical for 2007, but
Yeah.
you know, I was hoping they would go into Dave Chappelle's "I'm gonna pee on you."
Wow.
So then we go to the family eating breakfast.
Yeah,
Yep,
well,
and
the
then-
dad said, "Don't make me get the hose," and Craig came downstairs all soaked, so apparently Dad had to go get the hose.
Yeah.
So he sits down, he goes eat some breakfast, and what do you think you're doing? You know, I'm hungry, that kind of thing. And his dad chastises him because he ain't got no job.
He got
still.
no job, but Dana has. He says something about, well, Dana doesn't have a job, but she's going to school.
Oh, you mean SOL Technical University? That's what it's called. SOL Technical University. And it shows her typing on a computer.
Then
It
it
catches fire.
explodes.
Yep.
And she's like, my picture box got fire. And the teacher's like, yeah, that means it's working. So it's pretty much like IT at work.
Yeah.
At my job, at least. So then the news pops on.
Yep,
TV.
and they say a white woman's gone missing.
A white woman with a sunny disposition.
Yeah. She's been gone for 2
2
hours and 5 minutes.
They had to throw in the 5 minutes.
They had to throw the 5 minutes.
Yep.
And
What was 1,001 things you can do with a waffle?
Oh my God! So, yeah, 1,001 things to do with a waffle. I was like, oh.
Was that on
I
the
did not want
newscast?
that was in the newscast. I
Okay.
did not want to touch that one. I mean, I can think of 1,001 things to do with a waffle, but I love waffles.
All right then.
That's awkward silence right there. Yeah, let's just move on.
It's not awkward silence when it all gets cut the fuck out.
So, next thing I have is Thar She Blows. What the fuck is that? Pink dog having monstrosity. Oh, Big Mary. Okay.
Yeah, this was their interpretation of Craig's girlfriend from the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty entertaining, though. Like, her threatening Smokey and them fighting each other and all that jazz. And then, of course, Debo's coming. Then
Yeah.
after the
They didn't do enough with Debo.
I know. Like, it
Maybe in other episodes,
that
but
was
in this one,
an amazing caricature of what's his name from the movie, though.
yeah, Tiny
I'll-
Lister,
Oh,
Yeah.
Tiny, yeah, Zeus,
the the
SummerSlam opponent
So-
for Hulk Hogan.
So, they of course have to hide, so they hide behind the pillowy folds of Big Mary's ass, so Debo
I
doesn't
lost
see
it at that point.
them. I
That
know.
was good.
That was a very Ren and Stimpy
Oh my
moment.
God,
Yeah.
that was
It was a
great.
very Ren and Stimpy moment right there.
I wrote down this line. I think what's his face said it. Chris Tucker's character. She looks like Shaq and Drag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after Big Mary hides them from Debo, Dana comes home and is like, "What are you doing home? Would they kick you out so that they could film a commercial with all the white kids?" And I'll be honest, I had a good chortle on that one. And then she's like, "No, it's 5:00," and they're like, "Oh shit, it's 5:00. What did we do all day?" And then it cuts to a very Beavis and Butthead-esque scene of them flashing back through the day of them doing absolutely nothing but sitting on the porch.
Sit on the porch, getting high, drinking.
Yeah,
we
pretty
missed
much.
we missed a cutaway.
Did we?
Yeah, playing with her taco.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, that
Let you-
part. Oh my God, I lost it at that part too. I was like, I
That
think I
was
thought at that point, what
amazing.
channel was this on?
Yeah.
For her to say that, and then they cut to her and Debo at the taco restaurant,
Yeah.
like with the tacos thing,
Oh my god!
building
the
like a taco fort or
castle. Yeah,
castle,
it was
whatever.
a taco castle. When's your sister coming?
That
I
was
said she'd be here in a minute. Now have some more margarita.
that was when this episode started to win me over.
Yeah, I think so too.
So they got an hour till Pops gets home and basically kicks Craig out of the house
Yeah.
for not having a job. So they decide to go hit up like all the places. So we got the burger joint with the stereotypical nerdy white kid behind the counter. Shakes his head no. Next
Oh,
up,
this was the stereotype montage.
yeah, it was the donut shop with the man of darker complexion and with the turban on, saying no.
And they say, Pooh needs to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't these people watch Friday the Animated Series for
Followed
those
by
8 weeks?
A LA riots, 93 LA riots reference with the what is it? The wine and spirits with the Asian behind the counter holding a shotgun to them. That is actually an LA riots reference because the Korean store owners defended their buildings with assault rifles and such during the riots. I remember seeing news footage of that, but I'm an old man. Anyway,
Thank you, Walter Cronkite.
yes, and that's the news. But can you at least give me an application? And they run off. What am I going to tell Pops is the next thing I've written. And then, oh, God, the Michael Jackson joke.
Yo.
Holy shit.
Oh, my
Wow.
God. So how did that even come up?
I forget. I don't even know how. It just said something like Michael Jackson in a theme park. And it
At a
cuts
water park, and
A
it-
water park. And it cuts to Michael Jackson at a theme park. And then this kid. Holy shit. I this whole line.
Did you guys write the line down?
I did. Do what that black lady man said.
That black white lady man. Do what that black white lady man says.
Oh my God.
That was delightful.
That was
awesome.
You could tell.
Oh,
It
shit.
shows its age because Michael Jackson's still alive.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Michael. We know you didn't do anything. Anyway,
hey man. Macaulay Culkin still supports Michael Jackson, so I think that's all the evidence anyone needs.
honest to God, like, yeah, I don't think Michael touched those kids, but that's a topic for the Moonwalker animated
That's
series.
for the Patreon episode.
Yeah, that's the Patreon episode, guys.
For $75 a week.
So, of course, they get home and Pops is there, and, well, Craig gets kicked out, the short end of the stick of that one.
Yep.
So,
They got to go stay at Smokey's house.
Yeah,
Wow,
but
I have a huge block where I'm just not taking notes.
Yeah, because you're missing the whole part where they go downtown and the Iraqi war protests. Is going
Oh,
on.
no.
Yeah, and they're at the Army Recruiting Center with the
Yeah,
I do have that.
Army recruiting guy. Said, "No, this guy's fine. Look at him."
yeah, he's
Oh.
got PTSD.
That was a very upsetting joke.
Yeah, that one was probably.
That was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he's trying to talk him into joining the army, and then like nope, and they're out.
Yep.
Then he gives some like half-hearted political spiel,
Yeah, about if I wanted to get shot, I'd just stay here.
some nonsense.
Yep.
Yeah. So they go to Smokey's house, and there's Smokey's mom, who's just a fat female version of Smokey with big bug eyes.
Those crazy bug eyes, and she wants to have sex with Craig.
Everybody seems to want to have sex with Craig. I don't understand it. I mean, he is Ice Cube, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not saying I'd have sex with Ice Cube. That's what you guys are implying. But anyway.
So he's spending the night at Smokey's house.
Yep.
He goes into the bathroom to use it.
Yep.
And Smokey's mom opens the shower curtain, and she is naked.
With cocoa butter and something and whipped cream.
Cocoa butter and whipped
But
cream.
we missed the update on the white woman though, because she was last seen giving directions to a black man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is going to lead into something momentarily.
That's a setup.
Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
major setup. So he's chased out of Smokey's house by Smokey's naked mama, and he's like, "Oh, so well, it looks like Big Mary's still up." And it shows her with like a Smokey friggin' voodoo doll
Oh, yeah.
trying to buy popcorn. Or was it she trying to? No. Smokey's mom was trying to buy popcorn with food with the EBT card.
Oh, yeah. What'd she say about that?
Yeah, it's food, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
And then Debo's still up, and he looks, and it cuts to Debo petting a kitten.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Snookums, I love you. And I'm just like, aw, that figures. And then, so it's like, fuck that. He shows him sleeping in a bus stop,
Yeah.
Yep.
and every cop in LA shows up.
He picked up.
Gets picked up.
Well, he matches the description.
Yeah.
When you saw the paper, it said black, male. That's it. So,
Did we miss the Halle Berry joke? We're not there yet.
I don't remember there being a
Oh,
Halle Berry.
no.
I
I don't have enough context in my notes to remember what it was.
Way to go.
Go on YouTube and watch this, and then you'll enjoy a Halle
It's not on
Berry.
YouTube, it's on Dailymotion.
Go on Dailymotion and watch episode 1 of the Friday cartoon. There's a delightful Halle Berry joke.
Indeed. I'm sure there is, but I think my eyes glazed over at one point after the whole entire LA Police Department picked up Craig.
It was probably before he was in the bus station, because my note after the Halle Berry thing is the cop with the tiniest head, which is when he's getting interrogated. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, edit that out. Real
I
fart.
don't think it got picked up.
Oh, I'll fart right into the pop filter next time.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
We'll have to mark it.
Mark Tim's pop filter.
It's a
The
poop
one-
filter now.
Stop.
Oh shit.
So he's being interrogated, and he's like, what are you doing? Like, I was sleeping, I got kicked out of my house, and they don't want to hear it. And then it flashes back to the family, like, oh, I hope he's okay. Well, no, he ain't. I knew that boy was no good as soon as I see the newspaper article they got picked up for,
Talking to the white woman.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, actually, he did ask, though, during the interrogation, what about the husband? He always does it. No, he had an airtight alibi. He was home, nobody saw him, and he had to leave for unexplained reasons during the time she disappeared. So they go to the sham trial then.
Yeah, that kangaroo court.
Yeah, kangaroo court. And, of course, they have to do the, you're out of order. The jury's out of order. This whole damn courtroom's out of order.
What's that from?
That's from,
Godfather 2?
no.
Godfather 3?
No.
Godfather the video game?
No.
Mafia the video game?
No.
Mafia 2 the video game?
No.
Hitman the video game?
No.
Hitman 2 the video game?
Stop it.
Hitman Blood
Please
Money the
just
video
stop.
game?
Join us next week when we just list the video games. And
Pong 2, Pac-Man,
Yeah.
Miss Pac-Man, Junior Pac-Man, Donkey Kong Math, Donkey Kong Language Arts.
Commander Keen. Doom. Doom 2. Hell on Earth.
Donkey Kong AP Chem.
Donkey Kong Swahili. Learn along.
Donkey Kong Early English Lit.
So anyway,
Gonna climb up the ropes to find
so
Walt
is this
Whitman.
when
the white girl with the sunny disposition shows up and says, no, I was at my sister's house babysitting.
Just in the nick
you-
of time.
did you guys catch her name by chance?
No.
Susie Appleby.
Okay.
That sounds right.
That's just like
That's
Or
so
should I say
totally
that
white.
sounds white?
Yeah. I think we just piled right through this episode, by the way.
Yeah, this podcast is shorter than the episode.
Because we kind of just piled right through it. I think the
It moved fast.
yeah.
it did. It did.
Yeah.
I think the whole show moved pretty fast, but it ends up with her showing up in the courtroom, and then Craig gets free.
Yeah, and Dad's pissed. He says there's been a major injustice. And they're like, oh, yeah, because they picked him up wrongfully. He goes, no, because the city didn't validate my parking. $10 an hour is highway robbery. And then after that, it's like Craig is still kicked out, of course, but, Smokey's like, no way, he did get himself a job down at the fitness center for $10 an hour.
$10 an hour, yep.
With benefits. And Pop starts crying, and Craig's like, what the hell are you talking about? I didn't get a
Just
job.
come home tomorrow and tell him you got fired.
Yeah. You got fired on your day off from your last job. Of course he's going to believe you got fired on your first day. I've been keeping my mama off my back for the past 3 years doing that.
Then he
Just lists off a bunch of stuff.
And Paramount Pictures was the one where she left him alone for like a year.
Yeah. And then it just ends with them on the stoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid show.
Very solid.
Very,
This
I
surprised
think,
the fuck out
I
of me.
feel like when we really like a show is when we go through, we don't talk nearly as much about it when we like it.
Well, when
as-
there's not bad things to say, there's
Yeah, like
No,
when we can
no.
tear a show apart is when I think we run long, because we're talking about how much we hated it and how stupid it was, like Swamp Thing.
I think the problem with this show is that it was on MTV in
Yeah,
the
time.
mid 2000s.
I think if this would have been on like Cartoon Network, on like
Adult Swim, this could
would
have
have fucking
like if you
Well, 'cause-
rock blocked this with the Boondocks.
yeah.
Dude, and that's the thing, because nobody watches MTV anymore. I don't even
Yeah.
think people who work for MTV watch MTV
Yeah.
anymore.
I don't even know what MTV even shows anymore.
I couldn't tell you.
They're just
Last thing I
reality
can remember
shows, I
is
guess.
Matt Pinfield on MTV, so that tells you how long ago.
Jesus.
Are the Real World and the Road Rules still doing the challenges?
I think they still have the Real World on MTV.
I think so, but I think their
It would be like season like 478 or something.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think their big thing now is like 16 and pregnant still. I guess that's still
oh,
a popular
God.
thing.
That is my girlfriend
So,
watches that.
Why don't we pad some time in here by talking about how awful MTV has become? Yeah, I'd rather watch VH1.
Bring back
Papa
Neil Patrick
Pio.
Harris as Spider-Man.
What?
Huh?
Neil Patrick Harris was Spider-Man
When?
on MTV.
When?
What?
On the MTV Spider-Man cartoon.
There was no MTV Spider-Man cartoon.
Yes, there was.
Was this right after the first movie?
It was early 2000s. Neil Patrick Harris was
vaguely
Spider-Man.
remember
We could
that.
do an episode on it. It's an adaptation.
We could. Oh boy.
That was a great show. It was like CGI. It was really good.
Wait, okay, I think I know which Spider-Man you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like I remember little snippets, like
Yeah,
they're like in the
kinda-
back of my memory in a weed smoking LSD fueled haze.
It was a
So
solid show. Just like this.
yeah, this was actually I enjoyed
was-
it. I might actually watch a few more episodes of it over the coming week. Just
I don't think MTV ever, like, Beavis and Butthead and Daria to a lesser extent. Other than that, MTV had never had any luck with cartoons.
No, not really.
Yeah.
All their shit, like, flopped after a season.
Yeah, one season and that was it. Clone High was the one that comes to mind.
Well,
the
no,
most.
Clone
Aeon
High.
Flux.
Yeah.
Aeon Flux ran for a while.
Did it?
Yeah, Aeon Flux.
Challenge.
Well, that was like a 90s.
That was Liquid Television into its own series. I could have
The
sworn.
Max
Aeon-
only lasted one season.
See, now that is a damn shame. The Max was amazing.
We could do an episode on the Max.
Well, it's a comic book adaptation, so yeah.
Let us know if you guys want us to do an episode on the Max, or if you have any suggestions, feel free to reach out. You can reach our email at witacartooncast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at witacartoon, and we're also on YouTube somewhere.
Boom. Okay. So, quick facts.
How many episodes did Aeon Flux run for? Wait, Chris, let's Prices Right it. I'm going to say less than 30.
All right, I'll take the higher then.
Okay.
3 seasons,
Damn.
but only 16 episodes.
Oh.
But they're only well, damn. So the running time is season 1 was six parts of 1 episode. They're 2 minutes apiece. So it's one
Oh,
12-minute
wow.
episode.
Just like the first season of Ninja Turtles.
Then season 2 is 3 to 5 minutes with 5 episodes, and then
Oh, are they counting the Liquid Television shorts
no,
as
they're
the
not.
season?
No, they're not actually.
So what? It was already shorts?
they were short because Aeon Flux was bumps. They used Aeon Flux's bumps like in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but didn't they also have like a full length episodes of it?
Yes, season 3 was 30 minutes, 10 episodes.
Oh, so they had one season of an actual show, and they had
Oh.
bumps.
Okay. So 3 to 5 minutes, 5 episodes. Season 1 was 1 episode that was 12 minutes long. That was
But it was
split up into 6
broken
parts.
up.
And then season 2 was 5 episodes that were 3 to 5 minutes long, and then season 3 got 10 full 30-minute episodes.
So I think we can agree that season 3 is the real season.
I
and
would
the
say
rest
so too.
Was...
But it ran from November 30th of 1991 till October 10th of 1995.
Jesus.
And I really enjoyed Aeon Flux. I didn't see the live action movie, but
Who was that? Mila Jovovich?
was it?
I think it was.
Okay, I'd have to see it. You know, but I do remember the Liquid Television version of it. I do remember thinking it was really cool. Of course, I thought Liquid Television was really fucking cool in general. Like I thought it was, like I'd stay up late in the school year just to watch Liquid Television.
But speaking of MTV cartoons, Beavis and Butthead only had like 3 seasons too.
Yeah, that was. It was
Did it
up
really?
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead.
I'm not going to challenge, but I'm going to look it up real quick.
there. It was like what 92
But
to
like,
like
MTV just had
96.
so many like critically acclaimed cartoons that just did not catch steam, like Undergrads and Clone High,
Undergrads is a good one.
like all this stuff. And I think it's just because their audience wasn't. We're too cool for cartoons.
Yeah.
Okay, so
hit me, baby,
get
one
this.
more time.
Beavis and Butthead. Quick facts on this one. Just 8 seasons.
What?
What?
How
You're
many
counting the revival.
No, well, I might be. So I'm looking at it now. Original series, March 8th, 1993 to November 28th, 1997. So that's, and then they only ran for 1 year after that. The revival's only a few episodes.
Oh, well.
Do you want to know how many episodes there are? 222.
Damn.
Split that in half. We can split that in half.
Well,
because
you
it used to be
gotta-
a double episode, everyone. So that's still 111 episodes. So that's probably more like 108 episodes.
Wait, were there 200 whatever
222.
30-minute?
No, there was probably about 111 30-minute.
Okay, so there's 211 minute skits.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about
That sounds about
Huh.
right, and honestly, because but it's hard to like there's only certain ones that pop out in your head though. Of
Yeah.
course, like
Nosebleed.
Nosebleed is. Oh my
That one,
God.
man.
Teen Talk.
Yeah.
No laughing.
Oh no, laughing! We're gonna talk about the penis and the vagina, and of course, and they're holding it so hard, and then they run out into the field, and like it says sometime later, and they're still laughing. It was just Frog Baseball. Everybody remembers Frog Baseball. The first episode.
Yeah, that was the first.
There was Bloodbath, the episode where they went to go give blood, and like the nurse wasn't paying attention, and like it sucked all the blood out of them, so their blood bags were huge. So they set up so it would go back into them. They're sitting at home and they watch a commercial for this show called Bloodbath. So Butthead grabs his blood bag and smashes it over Vias and spreads blood everywhere.
How about the one where Mr. Anderson hires them to paint his shed and they just get high off the paint?
Oh my
thinner?
God!
Oh my God.
Or the episode where they were supposed to help him with like concrete in the, or is that the same episode?
I
With
don't
the concrete
know.
in the pool where they get stuck in the pool with
That's not the same episode.
No.
then.
like poor Mr. Anderson.
Oh, when they take his dog and they put it in like the fucking
Oh my
washing
God.
machine or whatever.
And then they go in the washing machine and they puke all over themselves and the dog. Set it for delicate.
The episode where they
See, this
they
episode.
steal golf balls from the golf course and sell them back to
Oh,
the golfers.
Titliest. So this episode about Friday is going to be more about Beavis and Butthead than it is about Friday.
You know what? The more stuff we can talk about, the more I can fit into the Facebook description to entice people to listen to it.
That's
So
true,
I'm
too.
okay with that.
We're fooling you all. Next, we're going to talk about Chips Ahoy commercials. 1,000 chips delicious with a lawsuit at the end.
I don't get that reference.
Some guy actually took water and mushed up the Chips Ahoy cookies in an entire pack because it always said 1,000 chips, and rinsed away all the cookie, leaving just the chocolate chips, and
He
found
counted
less
them.
and counted them, and there wasn't 1,000 there, and he sued Chips Ahoy and won.
Get the
One.
hell-
He sued Nabisco and won.
What?
Oh my god!
Now I might be misremembering, but yeah, and so they
I hope you're misremembering.
Holy
no, it
shit.
actually he did count them, and that's how he figured it out.
Wow.
All right, so enough of that.
Yeah, MTV had no luck with cartoons.
Really, no, they
No
Really.
didn't.
success. Everybody just wanted to watch Puck on the Real World.
Remember Head? The Head. The Max and the Head.
Yeah.
The Head was a good time with the alien living in his head. Oh my God, that was a good
Oh
time.
yeah.
That was the Brothers Grunt. We could talk about the Brothers Grunt a little bit too. You don't remember? They're part of the original MTV bumps, where it was the guys that were really pale in their underwear going, and making like the grunt faces. Then it would show like the veiny MTV drop into the water, and then they turned it into its own series. Yeah,
Really?
It was
Was-
called the Brothers Grunt.
Was Duckman MTV?
No, Duckman was USA.
Starring
The hell are you looking at?
George Costanza.
Yeah.
George Costanza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Alexander.
I was in the pool.
I was in the pool. What? You know, my favorite thing about Duckman was how he would always grab the two bears and kill them horribly and brutally in every episode somehow. Like throw them in a blender, put them under a truck, set them on fire. Oh, God.
don't remember anything about Duckman. Wow, that's really
I
pushing
used to love Duckman.
I remember
Why
watching
didn't
it. But I
Why
don't remember
didn't Joe Cartoon ever get his own animated
You
series?
know what? That's a fucking shame right there. He might have
you
animated
remember
this.
that
That's what it
dude?
looked
Who's
like.
Joe? Who's
Jo-
that?
with the-
he made Frog Blender.
Yeah. And the gerbil up Bill Clinton's ass and stuff like that. Where he
early,
got sued by
early 2000s Flash cartoon.
He might have actually
genius.
animated Friday. It looks like it almost.
It's definitely some fucking Newgrounds.
Yeah, it is. All right, so let's
Let's land this plane. Friday the animated series. Did it deserve to be or why is this a cartoon?
Well, it's a cartoon because somebody was bored.
They were obviously trying to
I guess branch out probably since after the. I guess this is probably around the same time when the sequels came out.
Probably.
No,
No?
2007. No,
Yeah, they're long.
Friday After Next was like 2003 or 4.
Maybe Ice Cube just had the idea for it. He's like, "Yo, let's make this a show," and that's why he's an executive producer.
I think MTV was just like, let's try to bring back our animated series. What can we do? What
Yeah.
do we have access to?
And
Maybe they
looked
saw
at-
how Clerks did, because Clerks did
Well,
pretty
Clerks
terrible.
was-
Clerks did horribly.
And
Yeah,
way
it did.
before, too.
It did, didn't it? And that's a shame. Like, we should do that one day. Anyway.
We should. We
That
should.
episode is gonna come out before. I was gonna put that out before this.
Oh, well then why wouldn't you let me reference Clerks before?
I don't want you to reference anything.
I like referencing other episodes, like how I reference Hammerman every once in a while.
How dare you, that wretched piece of shit!
Well, at least there's
Up there with my pet monster, can wipe my ass with it clean.
At least there's no tomatoes in the kitchen.
We need to.
No, we didn't.
You
hear
spoke. You spoke too soon. There's 3 over there.
That. Oh my god.
Tomatoes.
Can't you at least signal me so I turn your thing down?
Oh, good times.
All right.
Anyway, so
Let's-
did it deserve to be a cartoon though? I really don't think it deserved
I
to be a
think it
cartoon.
was quality.
I think
was
it
good.
probably deserved to be a cartoon, but probably definitely on a different channel.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why this is a cartoon, because MTV saw how popular the Boondocks was, and they were like,
Oh, okay.
let's get us some
I
of
can
that
dig it.
cheddar cheese.
Yeah. So they went after the next film franchise that would be
bastards.
close enough.
They're like, yeah, what do we have access to?
Yeah,
So-
Friday. Ice Cube's hanging around. He's probably not pulling any work right now. Hey, you want to help us make this show? You're going to be an executive producer. 0 effort. He's probably like, fucking A.
All right, let's land this plane. At the end of every episode, we like to give a pitch for something that we feel might have fit in on an animated block back in the day alongside some of these other adaptations. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first. The Breakfast Club, the animated series.
Ooh. Is every episode in detention?
Of course, every Saturday, those same kids
So it'd
keep
be like
getting
Recess,
detention.
only with Judd Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
How about Don't Be a Menace, the animated series?
What would happen?
They're pretty much exactly the same.
Just vignettes, the animated series.
Yeah.
Hood vignettes, the animated series.
Yeah, pretty much. I could do better than that. I'll do better next time, I promise. What do you got? Yeah, what do you got? You're talking shit on my stuff. What
I
do
don't
you
have anything, but I'm looking at my notes from the next episode.
Yeah.
We've
Talking
got-
shit.
2 guys, a girl, and a pizza parlor, the animated series.
Didn't they reference 2 guys, a girl, and pizza parlor in the show?
That's why it's in my notes. All right, we got to land this plane and start talking about the other episode that you heard last week. It's just like the pre-taped Collins show. All right, that's enough of this nonsense. We're going to get out of here. This was the Why Is This a Cartoon cast. You can find us online on Facebook at WITA Cartoon. You can email us at witacartooncast@gmail.com.
Have you checked the email at all?
Still have not checked the Gmail.
There's probably like 700 messages of people giving us constructive criticism. Or
There's going to be like a 9-hour episode where we just read all the email.
That's a great idea.
Sign up for this credit card.
Yeah.
But you can listen to the show on Spotify and Google Play. You can find our RSS feed, plug it into your podcasting app of choice. And yeah, we'll catch you next time for the Wisest Cartoon Cast. I am Joey.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tim.
See you later, guys.